Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I've talked about this fact before, that I'm a voracious note taker. And not a note taker like you took notes in school for tests and things like that, but I keep a bunch of notes on hand just to be able to get through life. When I think of topics for the Road Warrior, I write on my little note app. When I think of podcast topics, general work issues, work topics, things I got to remind my wife about instead of just trying to remember and say, oh, I'll remember, I'll tell her when I get home, I put it down in the note app. I'm big on the Post-it notes, had those all around. But I found here, in the last few years, it's not hard to take notes, it's harder to organize my notes. And I'm still trying to figure out the system. Everybody's got a system, I guess. But logically, I think I know where I put something, or had a note, or wrote down a note, or jotted a note. And for the life of me, I can't remember what I did, where I did, or how I did. I can't tell you sometimes if I put it on a Post-it note, which is usually just a temporary note, until I can put it in my note app. And then if I do it in my note app, which, in theory, notebook did I put it in? And when you've been taking notes online for, gosh, how many years now? 15 years minimum, they start getting a little jumbled. You know what? They got to be longer than that, though. Because I actually had notes and passwords and tax ID numbers and things like that in a note app that goes back to my time in Ohio. So that goes back to 06, 07. So we're talking almost 20 years of digital notes. I know it's kind of hard to believe. But that stress of all that time is getting to me. And again, it's not really stress. But I do my best to keep those notes. I do my best to stay organized. And I find sometimes it's tougher and tougher to be that way. And again, that's just a me thing. I take a lot of notes, save a lot of things, as my boss jokes, I say I'm a digital pack rat. He says you're an archivist. And I laugh, and I appreciate the thought, but, I hate to not have every single detail, every single note, every single email I've written in the last 30 years. Okay, I don't have every one now because I did have a computer crash a few years ago, but I got darn near every one. Will I ever need them? Probably not. Likely not. But just in case, I've got them. I know it's a sickness. Nothing I can do about it. It's the way I am. It's who I am. It's how I am. And gives me peace? Is that a good way to say it? I don't know. I know it's kind of crazy. We've all got our own system. Mine used to be a notebook, a physical notebook, little handheld in your palm notebook, and that just got to be too cumbersome. My eyesight wasn't that good anymore. I couldn't keep up with it. I know. First world problems. At least I'm trying. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all the Road Warrior videos. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Love it when you stop by, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, share the episode. If you can relate, something you can relate to, please do. Tell a friend. We love that too. Back next week, another Road Warrior. Thanks so much.